What is going on, everybody, down here? And I'm going to try something different tonight. So I'm going to walk through a bunch of Pokemon products that are either being dumped by distribution, have been recently released, but in my view, there is an influx of supply in the market, and this is probably a reasonable entry point in the event that you want to buy these products. And I'll walk through each one of these, kind of where the math gets to, and what's going on. And I think, quite honestly, if you're looking for value in product, this is, in my opinion, the best place to look. So Salamence EX and Reshiram EX Premium Collection. So this is a 5x5, so a 10-pack box. You have some cool promos in here that will be worth something for sure. But you're getting 5 Surging Sparks and 5 Destined Rivals packs. So here it's $61.25 plus shipping. You're $6 a pack. I've seen these sell as low as 50 or 55 each. For this pack selection is absolutely phenomenal. Now, this was an LGS exclusive through distribution. So this has gone primarily to LGSs. I'm sure other big stores have gotten them. We got a ton of these. I'm not going to lie. But the fact that LGSs have them, they're going to push them to market. I think distribution price on these was somewhere between $30 and $32. So there's a ton of margin in here. But I would probably take advantage of cases and eBay if you have tax exempt status as a store. But I mean, quite honestly, I'm shocked that these aren't sitting somewhere around $80, $85 right now. And again, the only reason for that is because they just came out. And let's look at the other one. This was an LGS exclusive as well. Masks of Ogerpon. This is a 5x5, so this is 5 Twilight and 5 Temporal. A little bit better value here, just based on the fact that the sets are a little bit longer in the tooth. And Destined Rivals doesn't rotate out until 2028, whereas Surging Sparks, and then obviously these two sets are 2027. But these are $66. But what I want to really point to is if you look at the 6-month chart, these came out in July. They were actually delayed initially. I think they were supposed to be like a May or a June release. And you can see here, all the LGSs get them and they dump them. I mean, $52. I mean, that's $5.20 a pack, which is just absolutely insane. Ripid Shipper should have just eaten these alive if they knew they were out there. And then you can see here in the last 3 months, once the dump stopped, the product just keeps going up. And I would anticipate the same here, only, the sets are a little bit more quality. You look at 1 month, here's your dump. There's probably another week or two of dump, although we've gotten all of ours, I believe, from distribution. But these should be back at 70, $80 in short order. So, I mean, here you have Devastation Games out of Miami. 580 of these at $65. You can go on their website and buy them as well. I have done that in the past. They've canceled my order and raised the price. So if you want to roll the dice, you can, or you can just buy them on here. Not terrible. Moving on, the Mega Latias EX box. A ton of these also. Now, these are not an LGS exclusive, I believe, at least to my knowledge. But you're getting 2 Mega Evolutions 1, 2 Destined Rivals at $33. It's still reasonably cheap. You can see kind of the dump here. This will swing pretty quickly. Now, not a whole lot of these selling because from a pack perspective, it's not ideal. But this promo is absolutely phenomenal. I opened one of these with my kid today, and it is one of the prettiest cards in Pokemon I've ever seen. I don't know what they did with the foiling, but it is very, very shiny and sparkly. And then the lenticular card it's cool, for an oversized card. It kind of is what it is. But I could see this promo going for, probably in 3 years what the price of these things are today. So really good value there. I want to get to these two decks. So the Mega Gengar and the Mega Diancie deck. So these were actually delayed from distribution, but these are out in Walmart. They're out in Target. And I believe the MSRP on these is like $14.99. I don't know if they're selling it for $19.99. But either way, I mean, this Mega Gengar deck's, $50. And everybody's looking at the Ghastly promo, which is right here. And assuming it's going to do the same as the Marnie's Morpeko promo, which is, last I checked, was selling for like $60. Probably inflated here. The Mega Diancie deck is probably reasonable. But the reason I bring these up is you should be able to still hit them at Walmart and Target. There are a lot of these out there. Less through distribution. But just keep an eye on them because this is probably something that isn't going to jump out to people when they see battle decks. So there may be some on the shelves. Again, I just want to point that out. Moving on. So those were the new products that are out. So there is a surplus of supply in the market and imbalance with demand. The new products here, the next 4 items, these are products that are currently being dumped from distribution. By dumped, I mean they've gotten a recent restock from the Pokemon company, and they are selling these now. Paldean Fates booster bundle displays. If we look at the graph here, we can see it's trending downward. What I will note is $1,075, in my view, is a pretty damn good price for something that's going to rotate out in April. It is almost November, so you are 5 months away. And these, I believe, were as high as $1,400 or $1,500 a little bit ago. But I do want to mention the price on these from distribution was generally between $700 and $850. They were not the original $16 and change. So there is a little bit of a floor. There's not a whole lot of room to go down from here, at least in my view. Now, I think most of these have pushed through distribution to a certain extent. So now is probably the floor here. And then the same with the tech stickers. The tech stickers actually came out a couple weeks before the booster bundle displays. And this is an item that was not on TCG Player. But these are 12 3-pack tech stickers. So you're looking at 36 packs. So, you're looking at $11-12 a pack, which again, for something that's going to rotate out in 5 months is probably pretty damn good value right now. Now, the promos don't carry a whole lot of value now. They may at some point in the future. Moving on to Prismatic. This is the booster bundle. So we just got a pretty sizable restock of booster bundle cases through distribution in the US. They are 25 booster bundle sealed cases. I believe Europe also got these as well, which is really fascinating because they've been getting the 10 booster bundle displays, the fancy ones. But these were as high as $65 a couple weeks ago. And you can see here in the last 3 months, things dropped off. This was a lot of Walmart and Target dumping. And a lot of what we see is the big box stores will sell these and they'll dump them because MJ Holdings and Excel get their product first. And then everything goes through regular distribution. So there's normally a 6 to an 8 week lag there. So you can see these went through big box stores. They got eaten up. The price recovered. And then now we have all of these coming through distribution again. So this is probably the lowest we're going to see this. At some point, they're going to move on. The set is almost a year old. So we'll see. I mean, the special set this year is probably going to be banger. And then you're going to have the 30th anniversary set, which they're going to be printing the absolute shit out of. So at some point, they're going to have to take the foot off the gas with Prismatic. Everybody's favorite surprise boxes. Now, I was lucky enough to get more surprise box cases just last week. There are a lot of these out there, but there's a lot of value as well. So if you look at these here, $44, you can probably get the cases cheaper. You can probably get them cheaper yet on eBay, depending if you're tax exempt or not, or if there's an auction. But I mean, you're getting 4 packs and the promos are still like $10, $15 a pop, but it's only a matter of time before these get worked through. So this is a product that was printed the heaviest, which I still don't understand, other than the fact that it was probably the most profitable product from their perspective. But I really don't see them printing anymore. It's so inefficient to do this. But again, you have 1,000 in the market the last month. You've actually sold a good amount of these. And, we're going to have the Black Friday or Cyber Monday sale, I would assume, with TCG Player. So, with whatever the rebate ends up being, 10, 13%, a lot of this stuff is going to move. And now, in my opinion, is the time to jump on this. So we have 2 other products coming out, and they are coming out the first week of December, which is really, really odd. Generally, Pokemon doesn't do anything after Thanksgiving. This year, they're really stretching things out. In fact, the second wave of Phantasmal Flames isn't supposed to come out till the first or second week of December. For all we know, that stuff could be shipping between Christmas and New Year's, so it could be an interesting year. But the first item, Mega Kangaskhan, and pay no mind to this price. This is very similar to the Mega Latias EX box. If these come out somewhere in the $30 range, they are going to be decent value. It looks like there are 2 Mega Evolutions 1 packs. And is that Surging or Journey? I'm not really sure. But either way, the promos are going to be cool. These are unique promos. And then, the pack selection is pretty good. This is the big one I want to talk about here. The Mega Venusaur EX Premium Collection. Again, this is 8 packs. And it looks like it's a couple Destined, a couple Mega Evolutions. And then I think these are 2 Journey Together. So 2 Journey Together, 1, 2, potentially 3. You know what? It's probably 3, 3, and 3. No, it's not. 3 Destined, 3 Mega, and 2 Journey Together. But these are going to get dumped in the market into the holidays. All the stores are going to want to sell this stuff as quickly as they can. And with 8 packs, again, you have the cool Mega Venusaur promo. It's just, I guess it is lenticular as well. If you can get these anywhere in the $40 to $50 range, it's an absolute steal. Again, pay no mind to this price. They're going to come out at the right time if you're a buyer, the wrong time if you're a store, in the middle of the holidays, and people won't be paying attention that much. So I could see these getting dumped in the market again. And anywhere you can get Destined packs, Mega packs, anything sub $6, sub $7, it's an absolute screaming buy right now. And I know there's a lot of folks talk about EX boxes and how they're hard to sell and this and that. They're not hard to sell. You rip them, you sell the packs to rip-and shippers if you want to, you sell them to stores, and you keep the promo, you sell the promo off at some point in time for 10, 20, 30 bucks. It's not going to be today, tomorrow, next year, the year after, but at some point you're going to get your money back from the promo, at least a good healthy chunk of what you paid initially. And then, the packs are just gravy at that point. So, I don't look at EX boxes as selling the entire thing from a collectible perspective, because it is a commodity product with a specialty promo inside of it. And treated as such. So anyway, just wanted to walk through everything that's hitting the market right now, so you guys know where to look and you're educated. So anyway, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, and don't forget we do have our Magic the Gathering expected value tracker. You do have to register on WAP for it, get the a non-EV profile in Discord, and then that will give you access to ev.anontcg.com. And you'll have free access for, to beta test first 30 days, whatever of pre-constructed decks, commander decks, collector boxes, booster boxes, set, play, pretty much everything going back to 2019, 2020, any product you could think of. And, we have everything linked to Card Kingdom. So you can pull buy lists, you can upload a CSV, and it'll tell you exactly what the buy list is. It will tell you, if you look at, for example, Duskborn Commander deck or Commander Display, click on any one of the decks, it will tell you how many of the cards Card Kingdom has buy lists for, what the price is. So you can just do a quick math in your head to see if you want to dump some of the cheaper cards, you get that cash in, and then, you break singles, you sell everything, on TCG Player, if you will. And recoup the rest of your funds plus whatever your profit is. And then we're also working on getting EV for Secret Lair. That's probably going to take a couple weeks. There's just so many freaking Secret Lairs out there. But that's coming as well. So anyway, guys, have a good Saturday night, and we'll talk soon.